Hi, everyone. Raven here with WKW Partners. I want to wish everyone happy spring. Now that warm weather is here and you can enjoy being outdoors, there is that neighbor. You know the one you try to avoid, the nasty neighbor. I have 9 smart tips on how to handle nasty neighbors. Even the most beautiful home in the most serene town can become a nightmare if you live next door to the wrong kind of people. And dealing with nasty neighbors can be enough to drive even the most peaceful person to the brink. If you find yourself in this situation or would like to do your very best to avoid it, here are the 5 big offenders in the world of nasty neighbors and tips on how to deal with them. The biggest offenders. The racket makers. We're talking about screaming moms, fighting spouses, horn honkers, and tire squealing drivers, loud music fanatics, and the late night partiers. The property line fanatics. You know the one who trims boundary trees and then sends you the bill. The not so neat neighbor, like the neighbor that lets the grass grow and leaves the trash cans out days after pickup. The careless pet owner. That neighbor who leaves, you know what, around the neighborhood. The extreme weirdos, drunks, drug dealers, and the neighbor that never says anything. Awkward. If you don't want to end up with one of the above as your new neighbor, here's what you can do to spot them early. Cruise the neighborhood at night. You'll see the guy next door while he's at home rather than at work. Most people make the mistake of seeing a home during the day and look again during the same time a few days later. Talk with the local store owners. They're always the first to tell you who the pains are, who stiffed them, and who's involved in a lawsuit. Just say, I'm thinking of buying the Smith house. Do you know it? Do you know the street? What are the neighbors like? Walk the neighborhood during rush hour, not just one block, but the 4 blocks surrounding yours. Befriend a few neighbors along the way. Say the same thing. I'm thinking of buying the Smith house at 12 Maple Avenue. Do you know the neighbors? What are they like? What are their kids like? Look for the signs. Basketball hoops, skateboard ramps, and trampolines are all telltale signs of the racket makers. Watch and listen. Keep your ears peeled for barking and unleashed neighborhood dogs. Poke around the town clerk's office. This is an easy way to find out which neighbors have filed for what, like permits for building a house extension over the next 12 months or a new pool. Take a cyberspace tour on Google Street View to check out the area. Zoom in on the empty lots and backyards that look like a landfill. Check online registries. Do this to uncover the location of any local sex offenders. Okay, so how do you handle bad neighbors? If you're already in the situation of having nasty neighbors, here are 9 fail-safe strategies. Number 1, call ahead and pick a time to talk. Number 2, meet on the sidewalk or on the property line, somewhere neutral. Number 3, don't accuse. Let them know how the problem bothers you and suggest ways to solve it. If that doesn't work, check out local noise and disturbance ordinances and write a personal letter. Be sure to offer a solution. Consult your condo or block association. Ask them to send a standard letter citing the ordinance or bylaws. A condominium association's right of first refusal is a little-known clause that can be used to buy your neighbor out. Should that fail, call your local precinct. Keep a record of your complaint. Always take pictures of your issue. That was number 6. Number 7, call in an expert mediator. To find a mediator, check with your local courthouse, police precinct, or bar association. As a last resort, which is number 8, file a complaint in court. Number 9, for the property line fanatic, walk the property line together to determine what belongs to whom. Consider having the property surveyed to nip the problem in the bud. Wishing you all the best, neighbors, and I'll see you soon.